Welcome to the Solid Game Podcast. I'm P.
I'm Love.
And I'm loud.
Let's get this party started.
Let's go. Yeah. Uh-huh. We got the best podcast.
All right, guys, let's talk about sports.
All right. I am very, very excited about this portion of
My
sports.
least topic.
We're going to get portion. We're going to have to attend a couple of sports events to get her on top of this thing.
I know. So I
But-
can engage more in the conversation of sports.
That's
All
right. Jerry Jones, get us out there so we can train, please. First of all, the Cowboys made how many? About 3 great transactions this week. First of all, I'd like to thank them for going ahead and tying down DeMarcus Lawrence for the next 5 years.
Tank,
For how much?
was it 70?
100.
How much was it?
$105
$5
million.
million dollars.
He got on Instagram said, "Who is this? My number done changed."
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm
That's what
talking
he
about.
said, for
Yeah,
real.
That's what he said on Instagram.
me
65 mil guaranteed, baby.
105 mil.
105 mil, 65 guaranteed. It's time to change all your numbers and drop everything you had and live the good life.
The
And
simple
also,
life.
The simple life.
Okay, so
Yes.
first he had $65 million.
65 million is guaranteed of that 105
Okay.
million
Yeah.
deal. Yeah, when they most of the time when they get a deal like that, it's a big deal. Like he said, 105 million over 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to watch out in the NFL. It's not like basketball. Basketball, all their money is guaranteed.
Right.
NFL, it's not all guaranteed.
Oh, no. So I'd just rather just be married to
if
a
you
basketball
get, yeah,
player.
if you get you a sports
Nah,
player,
it
get
don't
you
matter.
basketball.
Than a
It don't matter. It don't
Yes,
matter.
it does,
It don't
because it's
matter.
going to be guaranteed money in our house. Instead of married to a football player, it's
Oh.
not guaranteed.
Did
'cause
you
if they
see
get
how mu-
hurt-
Well,
how much-
65
did
of
you
it is
see how
guaranteed.
Okay,
much-
with
So
65
y'all
million
living good.
Right,
Y'all
right.
So that's still okay. It
That's
just
okay.
depends- It just depends.
That's
it just
okay.
depends on how much is guaranteed.
65 is
65
guaranteed,
million.
so y'all will not be missing out on that.
She got happy like it
I
was,
love
she was
it.
really about to get married.
Yeah.
She's like-
they really dating right now.
Watch out, Lawrence.
Go
Watch
ahead
out,
and
Tank.
change that number, Tank.
Boy,
Change
we
that
talk about
number.
money, boy. I get
But-
excited.
Get chill. Say it again. Money.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Just
Money.
money.
Ooh.
Just feel all different right now.
Boy, my
But
whole
yeah,
demeanor
he's-
done changed. I love sports now.
Yeah. So he got him tied down, and then we signed who? Come on, Six, where you at?
Who we signed? I know we got Randy Gregory back for a little nothing.
He said
Yeah.
a little nothing.
Yes,
Hope-
now that's on the other end.
Hope he be around.
But he's suspended also
That's
for,
what I'm saying. Hope he
um,
be around.
for his marijuana issues.
But we did get Randall Cobb, former player from Green
Bay, yeah.
That was not a catch. Dead's touchdown was. But we got him, and we also got a great player from Miami.
No Robert Quinn guy?
There you go, Robert
Okay.
Quinn. We
Yep.
got him. Tell me, Portia don't know
Yeah,
sports.
she knows sports.
Yeah, we
I'm
got
learning.
him. So our defense is coming around. We got some solid stuff in place. So we need to.
We got some solid game coming around.
Oh, that's
Solid
a good
game
one.
in
Some solid
place,
game
baby.
coming in play. That's right. So we need to get things going. I'm excited about that. And also shout out to the Rangers who playing their last season in the old field, which is nice. But next year they going to the
They gonna be playing in AC, right?
No.
No,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be
Okay,
air
yeah.
Playing
conditioned.
indoors.
Yeah.
It's gonna be indoors.
Yeah.
So.
The new
They just
facility.
Yeah, the new
Moving on
facilities,
up.
boy, they moving on up. I hope they get some good players.
So what they gonna do with the old one? Tear it down and do
I
what?
don't know.
I think they making. I don't know. I
They
don't know,
probably
but
do,
it's
yeah.
like renovating it out for
Yeah.
businesses or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe
you
they
never
need
know.
to do like another like Texas Live.
You never know. You never know.
Yeah, you
That's a
never
good
know.
idea.
That
Mhm.
money coming in, they do anything, concerts and
Mhm.
different things like that. So, shout out to the Rangers. They moving up, and the Cowboys. I'm ready for this off season.
Now, that's gonna be pretty cool. Let's jump on the NCAA.
Yeah, the Final Four, man.
Got the Texas
Texas in
Tech.
the house. Texas in the house.
I bet you everybody bracket mixed up. If you got Texas Tech in the final game,
Yo bracket, you need to win that $1 million.
they should let you in the game for free.
If anybody bracket still intact,
Whoever got
I don't care if they do get the championship, they need to get some money.
yeah, they need to.
Who
If they
did they
get
play last night? Michigan?
Michigan,
State?
yep. It was
Texas
61-51.
Man,
Beat them by 10.
shout out to Texas.
You remember Michigan
Tech,
State beat
man.
Duke.
Yeah.
So, big shout out to Texas
Big
Tech.
shout out to
Red
Texas
Raiders.
Tech, man. Go ahead, man. Go ahead and put Texas on up in that thing.
When the game come on?
Don't do us like that, man.
Don't ask me.
Tomorrow at 8:20.
That's right.
They play Virginia.
Monday night at 8:20.
It's going to be a good
8:20. It's
game.
gonna be a good game. Everybody stay in tune.
8:20 what? Eastern time or what?
I think it was it Eastern or Pacific?
It's probably Pacific, but just tune in. It'll be on everywhere.
Yeah.
Monday night?
It's going to be a
Monday
good
night.
game.
It's gonna be a real good game. We need to go on and bring that thing to Texas Tech, so Texas can rep on that thing.
Yep.
Y'all want to talk about anything else since we got about 5 minutes? Want to add it? So in regular news, real quick, shout out to 50 Cent, man. He making some big investments. He's looking to get paid a big amount, just like probably they say it might top the Coca-Cola deal with a Casper mattress company. They right at $1 billion validation right now. So if that come online, I'm pretty sure they're gonna pay 50 out. And
That's good.
yeah, shout out to him making good investments, man. If he don't hear him bring power back, well, it's too late. I done already canceled my cable, so 50, you gonna have to come on with it, man.
He said cancel his cable. They don't even have bootleg cable no more.
Oh, don't say that out loud.
That was back in the day, right?
Yeah.
Back in the day, because when I first moved here, I didn't. Let's talk about hip hop news. Nipsey Hussle.
Shout out to Nip, R.I.P. baby.
So, explain to me, what's the news saying about this shooting? Like, why did it occur?
Man, I'm at a loss for words. It's a hard one because you see a guy that built so much, not just for his family but for his community, and being a husband and being a father, it's just a lot, man. You see a guy that really you inspired to be like, or that's inspiring so many, and then he gets snatched. And it's hard. It's hard because you don't have a lot of good guys like that anymore. That's not selfish, not just rapping about it, but he doing it.
Actually
he was
practicing it. Yeah.
He was. If you go look at what he was doing in the community alone, and the day before he got shot, that next day he was supposed to be meeting with the LAPD to talk to them about gang violence, like a reform or a program. And the guy was just doing a lot, man. And it's hard, I believe, to start from ground zero, you know. So now, if you wasn't in that position to do that, or if you wasn't doing that like a Master P or it's a lot of guys that's doing that in hip hop. But I think Nipsey was doing it in a different way because he was in the center of the community that he grew up in, and he didn't want to leave. They bought the strip mall that he grew up hanging out at. They told him that he couldn't hang out up there. He bought that. He built a hub for people to network in California. Pretty cool, man. But hey, it's just a hard one for me personally, because it felt different. It felt like, this is my cousin, this is my brother. You know what I'm saying? And it just felt different. And I think it felt that way for a lot of people across the board, man. That's why you see all these visuals and people coming out showing respect to this guy, because it just felt like this good dude was helping so many people.
Right.
And I don't know, it's just a hard one for me.
Yeah, and the whole thing is to be taken out by the very group, the very person that your work is impacting. Is kind of, that's the part that touched me the wrong way, to be shot in the community where he's helping so many people by an actual person that he was helping. It wasn't good enough that he paved the way and offered you a way out and, showed you new things, gave you an avenue, but you had to, what could set you off and make you so mad that you feel like you had to kill somebody like that? It's stuff that you can sit down and talk about before you get to that stage. Yeah, people have disagreements and people say stuff to get you mad, but sometimes you got to step back and think. Come on. You guys so-called in the same gang, grew up. This ain't no rival gang member. This is somebody you look up to, and they say it was somebody who came to Nipsey for help, for different things to do, like a job or something, and it was just words exchange. I think they say Nipsey called him a snitch or something, and it's just, I just don't get it where something can take you from 0 to 100 that quick, where you want to take someone's life and forget about all the good stuff they done and just live in the moment and not think about how it not only affect that person, but how it affect everybody that surrounds him and what he's done. So,
man, hate is a strong force.
Strong, man.
You have love, because if you look at all the love he was showing and all the positive things he was doing, hate is just don't like that. And for him to, even I was reading his brother testimony, he said that he actually shot him and came back.
Yeah, twice, they said.
So it's just the virus and the disease that's been going on in our communities for a long time, man, that we self-destruct. We just, I don't know, it's just how we've been programmed over the years, man, that has us tearing each other down, man, and when we need to be supporting each other and building each other up.
Yep. And that's the whole thing. Like even the gangsters and stuff have a code, and it seemed like this guy, he didn't care about the code. He didn't, if you wanted to be part of something, you were so down and so this, you still have to go by a code. And to totally just, break the code, and like you say, he shot twice, or how many other times, left, came back, shot again, and then left, and then came back and finished the job.
Do we know that he did all of this?
This is what reported.
I read his brother story. He told, I'm going to look it up.
And that's the thing, too. Jay Prince Jr. was on the Instagram, I think, and he was like, this is making me rethink and tell, he was feeling bad because he's like, this you should kind of question Nipsey should kind of question the people around, because if you had a bodyguard, the first time he shot, somebody should be shooting back at him. That's a street mentality. That ain't the right thing to do, but he was saying if somebody was, protecting and shooting back, but he got to also remember the guys that he was around are felons, so they can't have guns and different things like that. But if his bodyguard was around, but who's thinking bodyguard when you're on your own? That's just like having a bodyguard at your front door,
So what could he have done so bad to this guy?
That's what I'm saying.
For him to come back and do this multiple times.
And it was just, what it was reported, it was words exchanged. He called him a snitch, and that set off everything.
Right.
And I'm like, man, it's. I know it's. You can call somebody something to set them off, but to go so far as to think about it, leave, come back. And then commit a murder like this, and then he's not thinking like it's like that saying, you could do good by somebody all their life and do bad by them one time, and
Right.
they never forget all the good stuff. And it's like this guy just totally forgot it. And it's like, this is not a rival gang member. This is a guy that's supposed to be in the same gang, stood for the same thing.
Right.
If he felt a certain way, it's steps and it's processes. Go to him. What's wrong with talking? It's all right to disagree.
Right.
So
You know?
was this shooter? Was he in a game?
He's in the same.
He's
He
in
was
the,
with, yeah.
he was
Yeah.
in the same
That's
game.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Yeah, it's the same.
See, I didn't
gang.
know all that.
So here go. This is what Black Sam did. You know, this Nipsey brother, and I'm quoting. I'm reading it. He said, Black Sam also explained how the Marathon store employees, many of them was felons. That's why they couldn't tow guns.
Yeah.
They was felons and ex-cons to act as security for the shopping center. However, due to the status, the men there hired aren't able to carry weapons, which left Nipsey vulnerable while they're without his personal armed security. And that's the part I'm gonna quote. But see, Nipsey would jump out anywhere. That's
Yeah.
how he was. It wasn't, it wasn't nothing to him. And plus, you in the front of your own store, so you're not really thinking about. But he said because of that, the man was able to shoot my brother, start running, realized nobody out there had a gun, stopped, turned back around, walked up, shot my brother 2 more times, started to run, realized nobody had a gun, nobody was responding, ran back up and shot my brother 3 more times, shooting him in the head and kicked him in the head and then ran off.
So by listening to that statement right there, if he shot him one time at first, he probably had a chance of living.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
why Jay Prince was so upset. He was like, it's somebody who could have been around to, fire back,
Right.
that he had a chance. But I mean, when it's your time to go, it's your time to go. But he's just talking what he know, which is personal protection.
Okay.
But yeah, Christopher Darden, I don't know. That's why I say it's something else to it, man.
It seems too set up.
First of all, this guy can't afford Christopher Darden. That's the first thing. So,
Yeah, you're right.
so that's what's raising a lot of questions on my part. It's too, like Six says, it's too in order. It's too set up. He's already represented. They found him 3 blocks from the crime scene or something like that, and it's too. To me, it's too perfect.
Too soon.
Yeah. So that's what I say about the whole thing. It's something else to it, and I think it's something else gonna be said. I'm anxious not to see someone get prosecuted and all that, but I'm just anxious to see what comes out of this and just what lessons are learned from this. And I expect some people to get exposed on this because it's definitely, from my point of view, so I feel like something else to this. What you guys think?
Well, I kind of believe that. It just, I'm at the place now where I want our community to take more responsibility
Yes.
for our actions and what we do, because we always talk about police brutality.
Yep.
We always talk about different race
Yep.
and how they treat us.
Yep.
And then we never deal with the issue of how we treat each other.
That's it.
And it's hurtful, man, because, I'm from these communities. We
Yep.
from these neighborhoods.
Yep.
And when we see our brothers or, sisters go through self-afflicted wounds,
Yep.
we might not talk about it or discuss it, but we have to come to a point where we talk about it and we get it out, or if not, we're going to keep repeating the cycle,
Yep.
Right.
So I heard a lot of theories and people saying about Dr. What's his name? Subi?
Yeah. Yeah.
Dr. Subi, because he was working on his documentary.
Yeah.
Right.
And Nick Cannon came out on there saying he was going to jump in and keep it going. And I heard, you hear a lot of theories out there
Dr.
that we can.
Sabi.
Yeah, Dr. Sabi.
Yeah.
And I just think, man, we have to really look at ourselves and look at our community and see what can we do to hold each other accountable
Yeah, yeah. Because
For,
I mean, that's the whole thing with me. We request so much and we fight for so much and we ask for so much, and then when it's given to us, we are the first ones to take it out.
Right.
And see, that's almost like, I hate to say it, it's like that slave mentality. You ask for greatness, you get it, you start seeing change. You ask for change, you start seeing it, and then it's taken away senselessly.
Right.
Not even thinking about it. Blink of an eye. And like he's over there represented by the best, and did the worst thing in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like, you guys better listen, because times is really changing. Because if you think about this, I'm gonna give y'all something to think about. OJ life was spared. Everybody that represented OJ is dead. Think about that. Y'all better get right, man. Go ahead and talk about Nipsey, man.
What you
No, I'm just saying because
Think about that.
Yeah,
Y'all
because
better
you
think
said
about that.
everybody who represented
Everybody that represented him lawyer-wise is dead.
Is dead.
Y'all better
Okay.
quit playing with God, man. Y'all go ahead on. Go ahead.
Okay, so did y'all hear about how Ice Cube gonna name Crenshaw and what is it, Slaughter or Slauson?
Yeah,
Slauson
Slauson
after
Avenue.
After Nipsey.
Yeah, they're fighting for that, and that's a good thing, man. Those guys are deep in the streets too, so it's good to see Nipsey work continue to go on, and that's one good thing. I'm not gonna say a good thing about a death, but it's one thing to see. Sometimes it takes sacrifice, and Lord knows this. Sometimes it takes sacrifice for people to change, and to see Crips and Bloods
Come
and
together.
everybody come together
Mm-hmm.
at a safe spot and even talk.
Yep.
That was a huge step.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that didn't happen when Nipsey was here. So, it's a blessing for it to happen, while he's gone. But it's just, it have to continue, it really have to continue. And it's been said before, but I really started thinking about it when they say, I think it was Malcolm X or no, it was a former president. I can't think of which one. It might have been what's his name, Ford, I believe. Say it was like, what is America's biggest fear of a black man? And that's unity. His response was unity. So we really need to think about getting together and how powerful it'll be. Not just black, brown, any minority
Right.
come together. And just make a difference and do positive stuff, because that's all we need is positivity and love. And I think a lot of things will change, a lot of things.
Right.
But it's no way you're gonna see great things that come up, and you got people doing just evil things like that.
Yeah.
Also, they had like a little memorial service celebration
Yeah.
here in Dallas last week.
Yep.
Yes. Shout out to K104,
Yep,
Big
baby.
Baby. He did. They showed up in numbers. I think I even seen
Yellow Beezy was out
Yellow
there.
Beezy out there. A lot of local artists, a lot of
Mhm.
big time artists. Even 97.9, K104, 97.9 came together.
Yep.
You know what I'm
DJ
talking about?
Duffy. Yeah.
So it's good to see. It's good to see unity in the neighborhoods and stuff. And it was a big visual. Houston showed out and showed up. There was
Yep.
a lot of people showed up to one. in
DC
Houston.
showed up.
DC, yeah.
Wow.
yeah.
They had a huge
A
one.
huge one. So
This is something that's how this man
It's-
impact
yes,
everybody.
yeah. And when you get someone genuine like that, that's why I say
Yeah.
when you get someone genuine, it's like you felt like he was a cousin or something. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Because he did everything for the good. And a lot of people don't know, like even his investments and stuff. He that crypt that Bitcoin stuff. He was into that overseas long before it even talked about over here. So Nipsey was a true investment guy. Don't let the outer shell, fool you.
When he came here, he was doing those real estate classes.
Yes. So
Teaching about how, that we need to start buying up real estate.
Yep.
And,
And-
flipping it that way.
Yep. It was true. He was a true guy. And
Dude
that's-
was a hustler, man.
Yeah.
He was
It-
really
it's in his name.
His name, he was a hustler.
Yeah.
Because I was watching one of the news shows, and they was just showing everything he
Yes.
had. Was about to open the barbershop, the food joint.
Yep.
I really like that hub he had made. I
Yes,
can't think of the
yes.
name of it, but it was for everybody that wanted to come network.
Yep.
And he built that. It's a building he built. I'm gonna look it up. But yeah, it was pretty cool. That's what we need. That innovation like that, man. Where you see people changing the culture like that.
Yeah. And to have the year that he had with the Grammys, then he just won a Grammy. Had an awesome album that just put out. And then
Victory Lap.
Yep, Victory Lap. And then to look in the face of his daughter and Lauren Landon, and it's just sad to see. I seen on Instagram where she even respond, and all she could say is she's lost.
Right.
She's lost. She lost her protector, her provider, her soulmate.
Right.
Right.
And when something like that hits you, sometimes you just really are lost. But don't forget about the family. You guys need to support. And Jay-Z, I like his music.
Man, that was real.
Jay-Z really stood up and did something that I really commend. He $15 million.
Yep, for $5 for each kid.
For each of Nipsey Hussle kids. Trust fund.
Trust, yeah.
Okay.
15 million total people.
Yep.
And nobody asked him to do this. So we got leaders, you guys.
Yep.
Be one. You got money. I see it on TV all the time. You can't take it with you. Do something with it to help people that need help. And keep these kings and stuff going. Because, his kids definitely going to get inspired by it. Now his wife is going to get inspired by it. I mean, it's just, but we just got to stop the violence and let the leaders live. Let them lead,
So what do y'all think about Kodak Black making that statement about Laura London?
Yeah, Kodak. I'm gonna charge it to ignorance and youth, young and dumb. Like my grandma say, young and dumb.
Right.
Yep.
I ain't gonna say what else she used to say. He's full of, but young and dumb.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna charge.
Man,
it to. 30 seconds.
I tried not to. I saw it, but I was trying not to focus on it because we can easily get distracted. Because I saw with T.I., man, T.I. The Game, BG Knockout, all them boys is hot about it. I saw T.I. come out first and say, he need to clean it up, and
real quick.
Really,
real
I mean, oh man,
it's a rough thing to talk about because you hate to see with someone with such a good work ethic, family value, neighborhood value, good hustle. It's in his name. It's just sad to see one of us take out one of us. I'm gonna let y'all elaborate on that a little bit more.
Nipsey Hussle was shot last Sunday, March the 31st, outside of his Los Angeles store.
Like his clap.
So the funeral of Nipsey Hussle will be held in Los Angeles at the Staples Center on Thursday,
Yep, April 11th.
April 11th.
April 11th. I'm
Rest in
pretty
peace,
sure it'll be
6-0, cuz.
televised.
My prayers goes out to his family.
Yep. And let's all pray for a better day.
Come next, last time that I